Do not fear, for we must overcome the dark. May the gods bless you.
Just when the Spider Queen was critically wounded, a group of elves appeared and finished her. Judging from their heavy gear, they were here to deal with a gigantic monster. Vilsack and the others were disarmed before they could figure out what was happening. The elves used their disabled friends to threaten them. The elves seized the Gorlanders. Instead of executing them, they sent them to the Elven capital, Lava.
Full of bullshit. I will not harm you because I don't need a war between the two races.
My friends were just telling the truth.
Bison had recovered a bit of strength, but the elves would never believe that hundreds of humans attempted to navigate the dangerous dense forest to the maple forest merely to make new friends.
You'll stay in our dungeon. We'll provide medical care, but you aren't leaving before the investigation is over.
Excuse me, have we met before?
Vilsack remembered that pair of antlers from his dream. They looked identical to the ones on the elf's head.
Yes, we have.
It was you?
The prophet of the elves admitted without hesitation. It made the ranger excited, but also anxious. He had too many questions to ask.
Vilsack, I'd like to invite you for a trip to gather some herbs. Are you willing to come along?
Of course. I'd like to go.
Looking back on the migration of the elves, in that desperate moment when they crossed the desert, fate offered them a paradise which was bigger than a raise to this ancient race. This forced them to examine the gains and losses of the Betrayers' War again.
Vilsack, I know you. We went through a lot together. It's hard to believe you lost your memory.
Was it you? Did you resurrect me?
It was an omen, and yes, I saw your reanimated body. I used a spell to summon your soul back, but I failed. You didn't have your own consciousness.
No. You made it.
Only half of it at most. You lost your memory.
violence can solve this.
Since you knew about the resurrected dead, why didn't you believe us?
I don't believe humans, but I'm glad to see you've returned. Lawa needs you.
Our enemy is strong. We need the humans' help.
No, you did not see the truth.
Without faith, there's no God's aura will guide you to the right path.
The elven prophet, Enya Marceau, foresaw the catastrophe, but she wasn't willing to work with the humans. She revived Vilsack only to protect her own people.
I was living among humans for a long time. I know them well, Vilsack. Do not trust them. You have to regain your memory. I'll help you.
You can help me restore my memory?
Relax yourself and close your eyes. Listen carefully. In the name of Latotus, guide Vilsack, Dragon Slayer, Lord of Thunder Elves, with the blessings of the Tree of Eternity.
This is...
A burst of starlight flashed from the top of Enya Marceau's staff. It was like a dewy fog in the morning, gently sweeping over Vilsack's face. The ranger soon fell into a deep slumber, sinking to the bottom of his subconsciousness.
Vilsack.
Augustin? No, you demon. Greedy wolf. Why? Come out and face me.
Don't you understand? I can't betray my blood. I cannot disobey my king.
I see. It's Quiddance, that courteous and noble bastard. You submitted yourself to him.
Weakling. Many things can't be changed. Even if I didn't, the scourge would remain inevitable.
Don't even try to stay out of it. You just want to keep your title.
My title, it's meaningless. The decision was made in a blink of an eye. There was nothing I could do.
You'll never redeem your soul from your sin.
Weakling.
violence can solve...
I turned on the switch of destruction, and I received my punishment. Maggie. Vilzak, I will stay between the wheels of destiny until I perish.
No one will feel pity for your foolishness.
Weakling. I'm already doing it!
Whoever can wield a sword should face a dangerous quest. Take care.
The memory of Modenberg apparently occupied an important place in Vilzak's head. His hatred towards his murderer reminded him of many things from the past. Perhaps, even when the longsword pierced his heart, Vilzak still didn't understand Credence was behind all of this.
I remember many things now.
Vilsack, the catastrophe befell us soon after that. Many of us didn't make it.
Enya Marceau tried to tell him that the catastrophe of the elves started with his death. The countless tragedies the ranger wasn't aware of struck at him like a storm, rending his soul. The crime committed by humans couldn't be overlooked, even with the blood of generations.
Ales?
Ah! They breached the city gate! Don't fall back! Everyone, hold these crazed monsters off!
I'm already doing it! Rage.
A raised forest is ablaze! The war will end soon, and the sacred tree will burn to ashes. May the eternal light guide our paths.
Elves suffered so much.
Violence can solve it.
It was started by humans. We must keep Lawa away from their disaster.
I believe I understand Augustine a bit more now. I beg you to release the humans.
You're such a disappointment.
I'm already doing it. I'm not feeling well. I'm all Rage of Orcs. It's like eating spoiled bread. Rage of Orcs.
It's the Templar's duty. This is a dangerous quest. Take care.
Facing the emerging threat, Vilsack hoped to dissolve the hatred between the two races. However, reality proved that he wasn't a clever politician. The Elven prophet didn't show a special favor for him. Vilsack was thrown in the same dungeon with the Gorlanders.
Alina, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty much recovered.
Good. Vilsack, I thought you were smarter than this.
Bison believed that Vilsack could have considered the matter more strategically.
Enough. You should be glad that I was willingly put behind bars for you.
I would be happier if you could be more diplomatic.
Wait! Do you hear that? And the guards are gone. What? The undeads?
Did you guys miss me?
Isadora!
Jeez, we didn't expect you to come back for us.
Sorry for disappointing you so much.
That's enough! I know how to shoot violence and solve everything!
undead are already here. What about the City of Being?
No idea. Probably not very good.
Arcus the First is our... You've made a great contribution to Garlin.
Part of the Gorlanders escaped from the elves. Led by Isadora, they followed them to Lava. When Lava was attacked, they took the opportunity and rescued their friends.
That's all of us. Let's get out of here. The forest is full of undead.
They're taking action. Let's get moving.
Elves might not be very friendly. I mean, are we leaving like this?
Bison was worried about the fate of the elves and the far-reaching effects of their decision when humans have to face these monsters one day. But he knew that not all of his comrades would be willing to help those who humiliated the Gorlanders.
I don't know, Uncle Bison. Let's get out of here first, at least.
What happened in Lava made it clear to Alina that the Alliance was hopeless. When the undead appeared, she longed for the City of Being.
Alas, this forest is now crawling with undead.
We can't just leave them like that, Alina. They would rain down destruction on the people of Lawa.
Let's clear out the monsters here first.
I'm already doing it! It's like eating spoiled bread! violence can solve it.
It's safe now. No more undeads up ahead. Alina? I hope the Gorlanders could help the elves.
I'm not sure, Vilsack.
Whoever can wield a sword should fight for their own faith. You've made a great contribution to Garlin.
Vilsack's request reminded Alina what she saw on the way. She reconsidered her decision. Bison knew it was time. Alina was worrying about what he always wanted to say. If the elves were lost, humans would never make it alone, no matter how arrogant they had been. The Gorlanders must put their resentment aside.
Lawa is burning. It's now or never. If we lend them a hand, they would probably help us in return when the time comes.
Resolute, Alina clenched her fist and pursed her lips together. She had finally made her decision.
I see, Uncle Bison. I know what to do.
The elves might be inexperienced in this situation, but all they need is some inspiration. The undead aren't aware of their flanks. That's the key to our victory. Like I said, their flanks are completely exposed to our blades.
Time to teach them a lesson.
I'm already doing it. It's like eating spoiled bread. Weakling.
Foolish intruders!
Alina, I was mistaken. I feel sincerely sorry for my actions.
Save your apologies for later.
Can't hold it. Get back to the fight!
Alina, please forgive me for my impoliteness.
It's nothing. Our people have more important matters to discuss.
Indeed. We should fight side by side again like we once did fighting the dragons 1,000 years ago.
We're all children of God here. You've made a great contribution to Garlin.
Vilsac's request reminded her.
Like I said, their flanks are completely exposed to our blades.
Time to teach them a lesson.
Foolish intruders!
Alina, I was mistaken. I feel sincerely sorry for my actions.
Save your apologies for later.
My axe is violence and solve it.
Alina, please forgive me for my impoliteness.
It's nothing. Our people have more important matters to discuss.
Problems that can be solved with axes are not called problem. Here I'm true. The smell of stale blood. Problems that can be solved with axes are not called problems.
Hey, don't mess around.
I know what you want. Give me your money and take your goods. Finally made up your mind? You can come to me if you need anything.
Gems. So fascinating. You haven't seen the moon signs upon us. In fire, they are reborn.